Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with American Vineyard Magazine, and at the annual Summer Conference of the California Association of Wine Grape Growers, Richard Smith and his family were honored as Leader of the Year for Richard's great contributions to the California wine grape industry. And here's the beautiful presentation that followed.
Rich Smith and the Smith family have paved the way for others as pioneers and the leaders in this wine industry. We were all incredibly saddened last December with the passing of Rich. He left behind a tremendous legacy as one of the founding fathers of Monterey County, and his family members are now carrying on that torch, and they will continue to be leaders at all levels. In order to describe the fine character and career of Richard Smith, frankly, I need to depend on the words of those friends and family who knew him best, much like the Ledbetter family, who had recently wrote, "Rich worked tirelessly at promoting not only the Monterey County wine region, but also the California wine industry both locally and nationally. Rich was a great friend, a mentor, a colleague to all of those who crossed his path. He embraced every challenge and project with energy like no other. Over the years, Rich and his family have demonstrated that what it is to be a leader within our industry and community, have been true role models. Their commitments to any cause are taken seriously, and they have a clear vision, and they shared that vision with others, and inspired others to take that vision as well. Rich and his wife Claudia began growing grapes in Monterey County in the 1970s. In 1973, he left his job as an ag tech and moved from his family from Campbell to Soledad to start a vineyard farming business called Valley Farm Management. By 1987, business was thriving, which led to the purchase of his own 350-acre vineyard in the Santa Lucia Highlands, which he called Paraiso Vineyards. The family was among the first to plant Pinot Noir in the Santa Lucia Highlands. In 1989, their first wines, a Pinot and a Chardonnay, were crushed and bottled under the Paraiso label. In 1991, Rich led the effort that established the Santa Lucia Highlands American AVA, and was considered one of the top AVAs for high-quality Pinot Noir and other varietals. Today, their business has grown very much, and the Smith family produces and focuses on Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Syrah, and other Burgundian and roadside varietals. Over 3,200 acres of vineyard in the Monterey area. In addition to running his business, Rich was an active community and industry leader with a very strong work ethic. He served as chair of the CAWG board from 1989 to 1991. His son Jason is the current director with our board right now. And he was also involved with the Monterey County Farm Bureau, Wine America, UC Davis Department of Viticulture and Enology, and he was also a graduate of the Ag Leadership Program. He was also a founding member and president of the Monterey County Vintners and Growers Association. In fact, Kim Stemler, who is the current executive director of that association, wrote of Rich, "Rich was a national leader in the wine industry and a local hero, He was one of those visionary pioneers of the Monterey wine region and continually championed the research to foster the success that we all share. He was always willing to share his time, his vast knowledge, and his energy." And I think, frankly, I was at an event where Jason spoke with his father, and I think he best described his generosity with his time and his commitment. And he said, "My dad was lucky to be able to build a business and a life that enabled him to work with his family every single day." And to Rich Smith, family wasn't just one of those who shared his last name. It was every employee, every vendor, every customer, every competitor, and every consumer were part of his larger family. And I truly felt that same halo around Rich Smith when I had the opportunity to work with him on a few projects early in my career at Lang Twins. I learned so much at those meetings, just kind of sitting back and watching Rich explain his vision in that calm tone, that calm, determined tone that he had, and describe his vision and then lay out a plan of how it was going to be realized. And I was 24 years old, basically fresh out of college, and he treated me with the utmost respect as if I was a colleague of his for the last 30 years, even though half my ideas were crackpot crazy, and I was still learning how to be a farmer. And so I will never forget all those meetings where, as far as I was concerned, when Rich Smith was in the room, I was in a mentorship session. We are deeply honored to recognize Rich and the Smith family with the 2016 Leader of the Year Award, and I'd like all of you to please join me in welcoming and honoring the Smith family.
Richard Smith will always be remembered for the kind of man he was and his great contributions to the California wine grape industry. Read more about him and his family in the coming issue of American Vineyard Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.